with Kobe, does it entertain you at all to see his body language before, after, during games with these players that really, I mean, he's really never had this little talent in his career. Because like even the year after Shaq, I mean, they still had Caron Butler, who was done, not a superstar or anything, but Lamar Odom, Brian Grant was kind of a shell of himself, but they had decent players, and if they could have made the playoffs if there hadn't been injuries at the end of the season for that team. Um, I mean, and you just look around this team, there's very little talent, and his body language is so bad because you know how much he expects from his teammates. Does that entertain you at all with him?
No, I actually try to look past that because it's frustrating for someone to come off of an Achilles injury and a broken kneecap and give his all. And I'm not saying that his teammates are dogging it, but this guy is literally the best player on the team at 36 coming off of two major injuries. I think he expected more from, no disrespect, but from Carlos Boozer. I think he expected more from Wesley Johnson, who's a guy who he worked out with personally since April. I think he's expected more from Jeremy Lin, which is justifiable because this guy averaged 15 points and 6 assists off the bench last season in Houston. So the frustration is understandable.
Who has been the most disappointing pickup in your opinion?
Wow, you put me on the spot. I think Wesley Johnson because he worked out with Kobe Bryant since April, and that's not going to make him an all-star. But I just think that I still see the guy that misses shots and not gives up, but his body language changes. You know, when he's hitting shots, and it's not just on the offensive end, but when he's hitting shots, he's playing better defense. You know, I see him, his body language is just down when he's missing shots, and that's kind of disappointing to me.
With, looking at this Lakers team, everybody seems to be thinking, hey, if they don't win tonight, it's going to be a while until they win a game. Do you buy that? I'm not really into this. Oh, they could go 0-14 to start the year. It just doesn't happen. Even the worst teams, will win a game here and there. I mean, they're not gonna be worse than the Sixers or the Bobcats a couple of years ago. How long do you see it until they get a win?
You know what? I think a lot of teams in the past would get up for the Lakers, a lot of bad teams. I think the Lakers are the bad team now that's getting up for certain teams. When you look at the game they played against the Clippers, they were 3 free throw misses from winning that game. You know, I tweeted in the preseason, the Lakers are going to lose a lot of games this season that could have gone either way because of missed free throws and missed rebounds. So I think that they're going to surprise one of these teams that's not going to bring their A game to the game. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're only down by 5 here in the second quarter. I hope to God you're not DVRing it and I just ruined it for you. But with the the Lakers, it's how difficult is it for you as a writer and with Laker Nation, with the fans, whenever you put out an article and the fans, it's just so much complaining. How difficult is it to deal with the fans more so than dealing with the losing?
A year ago it was difficult, but I've come to realize that not everyone understands the new CBA, and that's no fault to their own. So a lot of people don't understand why the Lakers would sign a bunch of minimum contract guys and not trade them. Because when you look at a guy like Wesley Johnson and Xavier Henry, Xavier hasn't been healthy all season, but these guys, since they signed back-to-back minimum contracts, they have to sign off on being traded. The Lakers can't just package them and move them. Not only that, these guys can't be moved until December. A lot of fans say we should have signed Isaiah Thomas this summer. Why did we trust Steve Nash? Well, my response to that would be, would you rather spend that money on Isaiah Thomas this summer and have that on your cap space, or chase a guy like Rajon Rondo, who's an NBA champion?
Do you think Rajon Rondo could turn this team around?
I think he'd be a piece because he'd be a consistent point guard. He's not a consistent gym shooter, but he plays the defense consistently. He constantly rebounds, and that's important for a guard because the big guys they're boxing out most of the times, and they're in their own battles. And he's going to get the assists every game. So I think that he's one piece. I think that the Lakers going forward might look at a guy like DeAndre Jordan because of the defensive presence that he brings.
Who are two ideal pieces? I mean, you brought up those two, but who would be the two most ideal pieces to bring in this offseason, in your opinion?
I think the top prize for any team with cap space this summer has to be LaMarcus Aldridge. I know he commented and said that he wants to resign with Portland, and that's the reason why he wasn't doing the extension for bigger money. But I think that this guy is the biggest fish out there this summer. There's a lot of talent out there this summer, a lot of talent, but I think that he's the biggest piece. If they were to get a guy like LaMarcus, hypothetically speaking, I think you need a point guard like Rondo, or I think you need a big man like DeAndre to put behind him.
As far as, this season goes, Lakers, what's your prediction for how many wins they get?
I think they're going to surpass last season. It's a long season. I know they're 0-5, but I think that once guys start getting healthy, like Nick Young, namely, I think that they'll surprise a few teams.
Do Nick Young and Iggy, whatever her name is, do they wind up getting their own reality show before the Lakers get to 20 wins?
That's a good one. I was going to say no initially, but then you threw the 20 wins out there. It's a possibility. It's going to be an ugly season, and Laker fans have to understand that.
I find Nick Young definitely one of the more fun, more energetic, fun guys to watch play, because you never know. He puts up big numbers, he shoots a lot, and then he's just kind of a clown. He's a fun guy to watch, fun guy to root for. I think definitely the Chloe and Lamar show was fine, but some of it felt too forced with Lamar. He's too chill and relaxed for it to work. I think the Nick Young show would just be off the wall. I mean, goes by Swaggy P. I just think it would be one of the best reality shows you could put on any network right now.
I agree with that.
Plus, you throw in all the Snoop Dogg drama. I mean, you have drama like that once a week on that show. Nothing better. Before we are going to go ahead and take our first break of the show. If you want to call in after the break, the number is 585-633-7487. You're listening to the Bob Sullivan Show here on LateNightSportsRadio.com.
It's a good life. It's a good life. It's a good life. Things you take more than you give, running around trying to find what's left of me. Just fine, though I am broken still. I'll find a way to climb up out of the snow. I'm taking bets on what happens next for us. And one day you will find that I'm doing fine without you. 'Cause you take more than you give. Running around trying to find my peace. give. Running around trying to find what's left of me. Running around trying to find what's left of me. Running around trying to find what's left of me. I'm taking best line. What up is next for us? Cause you take more than you give. I'm running around trying to find my pieces. You take more than you give. Running around trying to find what's left of me. You take more than you give. I'm running around trying to find my pieces. You take more than you give. Running around trying to find what's left of you. Take more than you give. I'm running around trying to find my pieces. You take more than you give. Running around trying to find what's left of me.